Hey, how you doing, you guys? So I wanted to go over some on this video here on the doer mindset versus the thinking mindset. I know haven't really been posting a whole lot lately, but just busy with life, business, lifting, training, family, so on and so forth. Um, but I hear so many fantastic ideas from employees, people, and everything else I talk to, weightlifters, athletes. But the difference is that they're not doing. In order to succeed, in order to take that step forward, you need to do. So getting that one foot in front of the other, what do you have to do? You have to take that step. You have to do it. That's the hardest part. I myself get caught up, thinking a lot, maybe wishful thinking too, like, oh, kind of hoping it comes easy, but that's really not the truth. In order to succeed, in order to do what you want to do, strive for what you want to be, you have to do. Using myself for example, as I do in many of these videos, I want to further my training, my lifting career. Still trying to be a role model, especially for my son who hasn't been born yet. But I want to be there for him and everything else. And I like to lead by example. Now, me trying to chase these dreams, being a good provider, and so on, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock. So I got to get up at 4. I have to force feed myself. The breakfast is pushing about 2,000 calories, and then I got to come into the gym, and I get into the gym at about quarter to 5 o'clock, depending on how long it takes me to choke it down. And I got to get in here. I usually sit in here in my office, collect my thoughts a little bit, just get my head right so I can hit it hard versus coming in and just being like, oh, let's just get right to it. You know what I mean? Some people can do that. Me, myself, no. I got to get mind and body into one. So then I have to hit it hard for the next hour to hour and a half before we roll out. And that's the hardest part. Trying to strength train and trying to balance business, life, and so on and so forth. Not every training is going to be the best, but you got to be consistent. You got to remain consistent, and that goes back to the doing. If I were to sit at home because I don't feel good or I'm sad or this and that, I take it as a loss. I take it as losing. I must do. I must get up. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how hungry I am. I must get in here. I must be in routine, and I must do. So I come in here and I hit it hard. And yes, some training days are fantastic and some are terrible. But you got to remain consistent. You got to do. From there, good, bad, ugly, it still sets the tone for my workday. I can go into my workday and some are great and some are not. It's the same thing, but I got to do as soon as I have an idea in my mind. So if we're going and we're, forming up, building a project, whatever it may be, I got to attack it head on right there and right then. I get a phone call. I get, this, that, and the other. I got to be here. It's like, I don't want to stop what I'm doing, but guess what? I got to do it. Got to go. Got to get it done, and it takes a hint of crazy to do what I do, running 4 businesses, trying to chase a career, and trying now to be a family man. But that's what it takes, and I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm not going to sit here and think of every easy possible way of getting things done, which don't get me wrong. I'd rather work smarter, not harder. But like I've yelled at some of my workers for, they'll sit there and they'll stare at a project and talk about it and think about doing the easiest thing possible to get it done. When in that time frame, let's say it's just moving a wheelbarrow. You know what I mean? You could have just moved the fucking wheelbarrow. Just move it from point A to point B. Don't think about using machines. Don't think about using this or that and the other. Just do it. Get it done real quick, and now you save time because time is valuable. So that's, me using myself as an example. And I get caught up with it too all the time. It could even be with home projects, whatever. Sitting down on the couch, be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. I'm tired and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And it's okay. It's okay if you're tired and this and that and you need the rest. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you got to push yourself to the complete brink of exhaustion, which I've done, and I go into a coma for like a week. But that's my own stubborn stupidity, and I ignore sleep and hunger, and it catches up to me. But it's just best you just do. So for any of you watching this and you want to better yourselves, you want to get fit, you want to be strong, you want to be more successful, you want to build a business, you want to just grow, just fucking do. Just do it. I'm going to tell you this right now. So many people in my life have told me I can't do this, I can't do that, don't do this, don't do, because I tell them my ideas and I'm thinking, I'm brainstorming. I'm not saying you have to keep everything to yourself, but keep it to yourself. That's what I've learned. I don't really post a lot of my lifting videos and all that for that reason, because I do enjoy motivating people and helping people and so on, but now it's about me. It's about my progress. I don't need to share it with the world. When the time comes and I step on the platform, there we go. I can, maybe shock the world, shock myself, and prove to myself that I can. I'm telling you this only because, you can think all you want, but you got to act, you got to do, and people are going to put you down no matter what, only because you're different, only because you're striving to be something better. And that's how they look at it, is they look at it as an intimidation factor. Oh, you think you're better than me. Oh, you're trying to do something that I can't do, or I'm afraid to do. So they're going to fear you, and they're going to try to put you down, and they're going to try to hold you back. That's what they do. Now you need to get rid of those people, and unfortunately sometimes that can be family, and you just got to discard them. That's too much toxicity. You got to get rid of them. They can't be a part of your life. Let it go. But you do want to surround yourself with people with like mind, okay? Have a similar mindset, want to see you strive and do better, and I mean, my God, I've seen athletes come in here that lift better than me, that are better than me, especially way back when, but I truly am happy, especially when I coach the athlete. It makes me feel accomplished, that I helped them get there, and I like that, and I know a ton of other business associates and so on that do a lot better than me. They make a ton more. They work less than me. They're smarter than me, but it is what it is. If I'm sitting here and I'm envious of them and I'm jealous and I'm either trying to put my time and energy into trying to make them worse or fail, when I could be putting that energy and that time into myself so that I can grow. And then those people around me can grow as well. And that's another thing too, is once you develop this doer mindset too, I'm a big believer in putting good back out into the world, and it will return. Life is like an echo. If you want to put bad, negative energy out there, it will only come back and haunt you. I'm not saying that you're impervious to all negativity, to all bad things, because bad things are going to happen, but it's how you react. It's how you handle it, and then you go from there. I mean, there's been times where, I'm trying my best, and I'm over here, I'm like, God, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm failing, and it's like, I feel like I'm going nowhere. I feel like I'm going backwards, but in those darkest, hardest times is when you got to really pull yourself together, and you really got to pull through. You really got to just tell yourself, I can do this. And you got to get up, you got to move, you got to grind. It's hard. It's easier said than done. You know what I mean? But when I remain consistent and I keep doing, and then I pull myself out, I'm like, okay, you look back at that and you're like, oh, I got through that shit. I can handle the next thing. But every time you level up, that means the competition's going to level up, and the level of difficulty is just harder. That's how it goes. It's the name of the game. And I got to remind myself that on a daily. There'll be times, especially in the business realm, it's like, oh man, we're killing it. Oh, this year we're on track to gross, the X amount of dollars or whatever. And, cash is flowing in, and all of a sudden your feet get kicked out from under you. You know what I mean? Companies sell, you get sold, whatever, you lose this contract, that contract, this, that, and the other. And it's like, holy shit, but that's life. It's going to throw things at you. But to conclude this, I just wanted to share my experiences, as I usually do, use myself as an example and whatnot. But ask yourself one more time, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Do you want to be, like I said, fitter, stronger, more successful, whatever it may be? You got to do. Put your ideas down on paper, and I've done this. Look at which one's more important to you, which one you want to start with, and just do it. You are going to be a step further just by trying, and you can fail. But let me tell you what, failure is only failure if you quit. Failure is learning. Okay, I take all of those, I learn from them, and I grow. I try to be smarter. I just try to be more strategic. How do I avoid this next time? That's how I look at it. Money will be lost. Time will be lost. It is what it is, but you have to learn from it, okay? Don't prove insanity by trying the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, okay? You have to reevaluate sometimes, but look at what is most important to you and what you want to try to achieve, and you step out, you put that one foot in front of the other, and you do. Okay, guys, I hope the video helps. You always know you can reach out. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'll be talking to you guys.